Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Redux. What ifs? And today I'm gonna be bringing y'all part two of What If Sukuna was in Young Justice. I seen that the first part went stupid crazy, bro. Like, that shit went way crazier than I thought it would be, honestly. And yes, I sound like extremely tired because I'm just waking up and I'm still feeling sleepy. But I felt like I was in the mood to record. So I hope y'all enjoy my little sleepy, raspy voice. Some of y'all can fall asleep to, or, if you doing homework, you can listen to this shit while you study. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all better be doing good on y'all test. Or if you sleep, hey, a right person to come here. But if you do love anime and you do love anime what ifs and y'all like how I do my anime what ifs, then hey, I appreciate y'all for all the love and all the support and all the kindness y'all just been showing me, man. I'm just trying to be like a big ass YouTuber, a what ifer, like they be doing, man. Like Zether and who else? That one Weeb and Golden What Ifs too, man. I just want to be like them, but in my own way. But without any further ado, we gonna get to the intro and then we gonna get right into this what if.
Bang, rock ain't fall. I been still on roll. Been in touch your toes. Working like a pro. Chill like a little. No, you on the go. No, you on the go.
We start this what if off with it basically, if y'all looking at this in a Young Justice way, I would say we are about at like episode 3, season 1, episode 3, which is Welcome to Happy Harbor. Yes, I had to fucking watch every single episode ever, memorize every single episode title so y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And so it's just gonna be going how it usually went to canon, how Speedy was planning on taking down one of the dudes that was like getting illegal weapons, and Speedy blew up his suit, and then he said, how much this suit cost in my size, and that's when the Young Justice pull up and assist Speedy with Sukuna saying that Aqualad said you needed help, but I wasn't planning on helping you. I know how you are. And then that's when Speedy was like, well, at least we could see eye to eye on something. I like you, Sukuna. And then that's when Kid Flash was like, hey, what about us? He was like, I never had a problem with you guys, but I have a problem joining your team. And so, everything pretty much goes to canon. The villain gets one of the weapons and tries to shoot an energy beam at Speedy, which he wasn't paying attention, but Sukuna uses dismantle, and yes, his dismantle and cleave are a little bit stronger since the presence, aka fucking the DC god damn near, amplified his abilities just a little bit. So his dismantles could pack a lot of punches, and since he's basically trying to hold his shit back since his techniques are basically meant to fucking kill. So he's trying to hold himself back, and so everything pretty much goes to canon. How Speedy, they take him down and they get the police involved, and they said, so how about joining the team, Speedy? But Speedy specifically tells him that he's not interested joining the Junior Justice League, and that it's not Speedy no more, it's Red Arrow. And so after he goes, they go back to base, and they take showers, fall asleep, and they wait on to the next day. And Sukuna goes to his dorm as he starts thinking about what Kent said, and trying out for the team, and actually making friends. And while though he never saw himself making friends, he kind of likes the dynamic they have with everything that's going on. Hold on, water break. Ooh, that water hit. Oh my god. Ooh, y'all already know how it be when y'all drinking water late as fuck and you just open up a cold bottle of water and it's just like life breathing into your body, bro. That shit is the best, bro. All right, but back to the what if, right? So they wake up. The team wakes up. They start doing what they do. Yeah, Batman along with John and what is it? Along with John and who else? John and McGann come, aka Miss Martian, which is Martian Manhunter's niece, and she basically introduces herself to the team as she thought that actually it was Martian Manhunter's idea to add her to the team so she could get adjusted to life on Earth and, be a part of a team, which is something that he feels like would be best for her since, he kind of knows what her life was like growing up on the Mars and her being a white Martian and that she wasn't treated the best there. So he wanted her to, actually be able to understand that, there's more to life than just being on Mars. And so after that, she introduces herself to the team as she is Martian Manhunter's niece. And so with that being said, hold on. Hey, y'all. I know I shouldn't be on it, but oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So she introduces himself and, everything is basically playing out as Miss Martian is basically like kind of nervous about being on a team because she first of all she reads minds and it's like very intruding and let's say instead of Superboy not taking kind to it, it was really Sukuna that didn't like his head being poked in because he just doesn't like people looking at his past and stuff. But McGann didn't do it, but she also understood. And that's when Aqualad was like, hey, we need to talk. He was like, I get that McGann pierced our minds with her telepathy, but there was no reason to, talk to her like that. And then that's when Sukuna was like, you don't understand, do you? He was like, I don't like anybody being in my mind. Not even my own. Not even Kent does that because he knows and respects my privacy. He was like, maybe I won't understand it then, but I hope you understand it now. Don't tell her to do that again unless it's strictly for recons or missions. Other than that, you could tell me with your words instead of your head. And then that's when Sukuna walked off, a little bit upset, but, he Aqualad did understand, so they had a talk with McGann saying that, that's not how they do things on Earth. You can't just, you just can't invade somebody's mind because that's also private too. And so with that being said, after that tension got everywhere, they decided to go in her bioship with them basically saying they're basically sharing their they're basically sharing their thoughts and they're what they can and can't do. As McGann says that she could shapeshift down to a T, but she can't phase shift like how Martian Manhunter could just phase through anything since it's more advanced for her. And how Robin says that every time Wally tries to vibrate his molecules through solid objects, he gets a bloody nose trying to do it. And so they all share a laugh with Wally, getting embarrassed about it because he didn't want her to know that, obviously, since he's trying to look cool in front of the hubs and shit. But that's when some wind starts breaking in and the ship gets struck by lightning and it crashes down, revealing Mr. Twister that Mr. Twister that took the ship down, and he's there to fight fight them, basically torment them, saying that they're not basically they're not even half of what the Justice League is. And so They go up against Mr. Twister, and as you know, it goes to canon with everything not going as planned. Cause at first, Aqualad thought that it was what's his face? He thought it was a red tornado in a disguise, but when he kept attacking, that's when he said he won't engage, and then that's when Mr. Twister was like, "That's all I needed to hear," and so that's when hold on, that's when dang, I'm trying to talk, I can't think. He said, okay, that's when Mr. Twister said, "That's all I needed to hear. If you won't engage, then I will," and then that's when he summons a huge ass tornado, but Sukuna uses let's say 45% full power dismantle, and it sliced the tornado in half as everybody split it up and did what they wanted without being coordinated to plan, which Aqualad was trying to do. But the only person, regardless how they feel, that listened to Aqualad willingly is what is it? Sukuna. And then that's when Sukuna was like, "We don't have a plan, and you seem like the person that has the most battle experience in leading. So what do we need to do to get somewhere, to at least to get some type of ground on this guy?" And then he said, "Do you have any more of those fancy curse techniques of yours?" He said, "I have another variation of dismantle. It's more powerful, but the range is less. What is it? The range is less. Like dismantle could go far, but cleave is like, short range. So he needs to be somewhere in the vicinity to do the cleave on Mr. Twister. He needs to bring him in his range." And then he said, "What about your dismantles? How good are you with those?" He said, "I could turn it up to full power if you want, but at the same time, I do not want to hurt those on our team." And so that's when Aqualad was like, "Okay, I'll try to give you some cover, and we'll just go from there." And then that's when, they both, did what they did. Aqualad shot lightning at him, which Mr. Twister did, like, basically redirected it back. And that's when he absorbed the lightning and then struck it down on the ground to like make like a smoke screen to like cover. And then that's when Aqualad said, "Sukuna, now!" And so that's when Sukuna jumped in the air, and then he pointed his finger towards Mr. Twister. He got close enough, and then his eyes started glowing red as cursed energy started to flare up around him as he said, "Cleave." And so he basically shot like it was really fast, but let's say that Mr. Twister got out the way in time. So he got out the way, but his hand was clean sliced off as it revealed that it was electrical. And so Mr. Twister retreated as he said he'll do it another day. And so after that, Mr. Twister looked at that ground, what the cleave did, and the cleave like dug really deep into the ground. And so after he did that, he made a huge ass tornado with a lightning ball, right? And then he shot it at them with Sukuna trying to run and trying to protect them. And so that's when Sukuna got in front of him, and he said, "Curse technique." He breathed in and out. Let's say, what curse technique should I give Sukuna? Let's just say emotional falling blossom. right? So if y'all know what that is, it's basically like a simple domain, and he basically took all the energy that he had and made a simple domain around them. Basically, him taking the brunt of the blast, but everybody's still getting affected by the electricity and stuff. And that's when basically, it was a failed attempt to stop Mr. Twister. So they regrouped back at base, and that's when everybody started arguing, and Aqualad was just silent, observing everybody, but he didn't expect Sukuna to speak up. He was like, "Everybody, just shut up, please." He was like, "We get it. We want to be leader." He said, "Everybody wants to be a leader." I was like, "But everybody can't be a leader. Robin, you're not ready to be a leader." He was like, "I'm not even ready to be a leader. Leading is not for me. I can do it, but it's not for me." He was like, "I'm not much of a leader." He said, "Wally, you think too fast. You think too fast on your feet, but not with your head. And Superboy, you get too angry. And Miss Martian, you are very emotional, which is not a bad thing, but at the same time, it can be cost on the battlefield." So and then that's when Sukuna said, "And it's really obvious who our team leader should be. I think it should be Aqualad." I was like, even though it was just the two of us, we did have a plan of some sorts, and we were able to push him back temporarily. So if he was just able to do that with me and him, imagine what we could do if we all worked together and follow his lead. And then that's when Aqualad was like, "Sukuna, I didn't expect you to speak so admirably." He was like, yeah, cut the chit chat. You don't have to thank me. It's really obvious. Now, can we just go out and get this guy? Cause I'm kind of pissed that he got sand in my new shoes, and I kind of want to get back at him for that. And then that's when Aqualad basically smirked, and he was like, "Yeah, we can go get him." He was like, all right, well, whenever you're ready, I'll be waiting. And then that's when Robin said that he'll be able to set the satellite to where if there's like any weather anomalies, it'll point to Mr. Twister, and they were able to lock his location, and then they go. And so they basically coordinate, an attack, which works. And as they brought Mr. Twister down, McGann basically crushed the head, right? And then that's when they thought they executed. That's when the team thought McGann executed Mr. Twister, and that's when Sukuna was like, "You tell me not to kill, but look what she just did on her first day here." And then that's when Aqualad was like, "McGann, I don't know how things work on Mars, but you do not execute anybody. We let the justice system handle that." And then that's when it was revealed that it was a robot. And then that's when Sukuna was like, "Oh, since it's just a robot," he put his hand on a robot and said "cleave," and basically cut that shit into millions of pieces, as he was like, "It's no more." And then that's when a message, like a tiny camcorder, like a tiny recorder, was played. And then it's basically saying that the Toy Master made it. And, they go back to the base. And after that, they basically go back to the base. They chilled out, bask over this victory that they had. They reported everything back to the Justice League, with Batman and Red Tornado taking note of what happened. And after that, we fade to black. Everybody goes to sleep. Sukuna goes into his mindscape and, continues to practice his flaming arrow, aka his furnace technique. And at the same time, the more his power grows, the more his more sinister nature begins to grow. but he is keeping it in check. But yeah, when we get further into it, it's gonna be cooking, man. It's really gonna be cooking. But he practices flaming technique, and he still wants to learn the essence of curse energy, since he doesn't have any positive curse energy or reverse curse technique or reverse cursed energy yet. So he's still trying to learn that, and he's trying to learn his domain expansion, because that's when Kent knows what curse energy is and how it works, and he is able to see the potential in Sukuna, how he's so proficient in the curse energy. And it's a prophecy that Sukuna's trying to break, because when he reaches his domain, he wants to prove Kent wrong, that he doesn't, there's no great sacrifice that needs him to achieve greatness and become the ultimate jujitsu sorcerer, or the ultimate cursed sorcerer. So yeah, we fade to black and we cut to morning, where the team goes on their first actual mission, their first official assignment, right? And so it's basically a covert op, basically a recon mission to basically a recon mission to Bane's Island to see what kind of venom they're producing, because the venom that they're used to, Cobra got their hands a hold of it. And basically Bane is asking their help. Basically, as soon as they get there, they take out the Cobra and Bane's goons, and Bane is asking for their help. Bane is asking for their help to take his island back, because Cobra took over his island, and they turned his venom drug into something that he doesn't even like or know what it is, right? With that being said, that means the Young Justice team and Bane temporarily form an alliance not against each other, but with each other. Hold on, let me pull a chair up. They basically form an alliance with each other to stop Cobra, right? So we basically get into round one, which basically everybody continues to do their own thing, and while they're making some ground, it's still not enough, because Superboy is doing his own thing, Miss Martian is doing his own thing, Robin keeps disappearing like he's Batman. Well, I mean, if we want to be technical, there are some universes where he does take up the Batman mantle, but this is not that universe. And so they basically call a tactical retreat, and Aqualad tells everybody to get it together and listen to him as he has a plan, with Sukuna just laying back, because he's not no yes master person, but at the same time, if it's a good solid plan, he's gonna follow through and do his part. So after that, they try it again, and they try to take back the island a second time, which is more successful, as Miss Martian was fighting the blockbuster guy. Like, there's so many like giant brutes that got mutated and shit. Like, it's really hard to keep track of them. But basically the new venom injected person that mutated him to like a monstrosity, they begin to fight. Sukuna and Sportsmaster have their round two, which Sportsmaster was trying to leave in a helicopter, but Sukuna dismantled he threw a dismantle at the helicopter blade, which basically brought the helicopter down. And then that's when Sportsmaster was like, well, I wouldn't expect to see you again. And then that's when Sukuna said, I could say the same thing about you. He was like, last time I checked, I did kick your ass pretty good. He was like, for somebody who calls himself a master, you really suck at this. And then that's when Sportsmaster was like, last time I checked, I'm the one that bested you. He was like, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Come at me. Things aren't going to go the same as they did. He was like, if you need your powers to get you out of this, then you're pathetic. And then that's when Sukuna said, I don't need my powers. All I need is I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try to sound cool with this dialogue, bro. I'm just trying to make shit up. But Sukuna said, enough of this chit chat. Let's get the fighting. And they basically run at each other, and they going blow for blow, pound for pound. You know, Sportsmaster tries to sweep Sukuna's leg, but Sukuna basically jumps over it, and then delivers a good axe kick to the ground to Sportsmaster's head, but Sportsmaster blocks it with the staff that has tasers on both sides. And then that's when Sukuna was like, well, this just got interesting. And so, Sportsmaster starts attacking him with the staff, with Sukuna dodging effortlessly. And then he gets hit by the tasers with his arm, as Sukuna saw his arm smoke a little and it left a scratch. And that's when Sukuna was like, I feel a little numb, but it's fine. And then that's when Sportsmaster's like, this has over 100,000 volts, which each strike is enough to permanently, he said it's enough to temporarily paralyze an elephant for 3 minutes. Imagine what it would do to a normal human. And then that's when Sukuna said, I'm anything but normal. So it's going to take a lot more than that. And so they begin to fight, Sportsmaster's doing those staff thrusts as Sukuna's dodging left and right, and then he catches it. He catches the staff with the taser as he's taking a shock, like he's taking electricity. And then that's when Sukuna was like getting weakened. And then that's when he locked in. He hit his lock-in phase, and then he snapped the shit. He snapped the taser off of it. And then that's when Sukuna said, take this. And then he gave him a good ass gut punch, but he last second he did a divergent fist, and then he did a black flash, and he punched the armor clean off that was protecting his stomach from Sportsmaster, as Sportsmaster caught himself skid back, and then he started holding his stomach, as even though he had armor on, it still packed a punch, and he still has some armor under that. But he was like, if he does that attack again, I don't even think I'll have enough energy to stand that, so I can't let him land that on me. And so that's when Sportsmaster activated his gauntlets that have let's just say it's like gauntlets that use sound vibrations, right? So if you punch them, it releases like sonic vibrations to make your punches punch even more. And so that's when Sukuna started dodging his hits, and they basically grabbed each other's hands and got in like a grab clash, with them over here trying to overpower one another. But Sukuna, basically being amped by cursed energy and being Sukuna, he overpowers Sportsmaster. And then that's when Sukuna said cleave, and he grabbed him, but instead of cleaving Sportsmaster, he cleaved the gauntlets that he was wearing. And then that's when Sportsmaster kicked off his chest, pushing Sukuna back a little. And then that's when Sportsmaster said, Bane can have this island. We already did what we were supposed to do, and we got what we needed. And then that's when Sportsmaster gets in his pouch and throws like let's say 5 balls at Sukuna. And that's when Sukuna quickly did like a dismantle to cut all the balls, but it was just like a flashbang, a smoke flashbang basically. And with that, the team handles what they had to do. And as they were escaping the island, it turns out that Bane double crossed them because he was in cahoots. He just wanted his island back. And so that's when Bane reveals that he already booby-trapped this whole mine shaft, and that only he has the detonator. And then that's when Aqualad told Wally to get a head start via mind link that they had. And although Sukuna still thinks it's weird to be talking in his head, he still is able to do it. and he's still okay with it after talking it over with Megan about everything, and that they need to be more safe. So they set up like a mind link with each other, right? And so Wally West gets a head start and snatches the what is it, the detonator. And then that's when Megan holds Bane in the air, and then she drops him with Superboy delivering a brutal ass motherfucking uppercut to finish that man off, bro. And so after that, basically what happens is they get briefed. They take Bane back to they basically take Bane to prison, and after that, they go back to wind down, basically taking the W that they took today, and everybody eats dinner. They bond over some more. They're getting used to talking on a mind link, and that's when Kent comes to visit Sukuna, as they talk, with Kent saying that even though that he's Dr. Fate, even his old body is gonna give out sometimes. And Sukuna doesn't like it when Kent talks like that, because he lost Martha, which really hurt Sukuna, but at the same time he had Kent, and Kent helped him through it. And so Kent understands how he feels, but Sukuna is holding all his emotions back, as him holding back is brewing a new power within him, which is his Hera and Era form, which him growing extra arms and stuff, and an extra mouth and all that other stuff. But I'm keeping that under wraps, because he only unlocks that when he is very distressed or isn't himself anymore. But yeah, Kent said, how about you get a girlfriend? He was like, you like girls, right? And then that's when Sukuna was like, of course I like girls, old man. He was like, have you not known me since high school? He's like, the girls were all on me, but they just weren't my type. And then that's when Kent was like, so what is your type? He was like someone like grandma, but strong, and she has her own sense of justice and will keep me in line when I feel like I'm out of line. He was like, oh, so you want a strong woman that could kick your ass occasionally, huh? He was like, she won't kick my ass, but I guess when you put it that way, yeah. He was like, there's nothing wrong with wanting a strong woman. He was like, he was like, my wife, your grandmother was that. He was like, even with me being the most powerful sorcerer, one of the most powerful sorcerers, she still had a way to beat me and everything. And then he was like, well, he said, I don't want to, bring all this bad news or be the bearer of bad news, but, I can't be around here for so long. So he said, I need you to do something for me. And then Sukuna was like, old man, stop talking like that, but whatever you wish, I will see fit to what you want. And then that's when Kent asked, when I pass, I want you to be the guardian of the Dr. Fate helmet, the guardian of Naboo. He was like, you want me to put the helmet on? He was like, and then he slapped Sukuna across the head playfully. He was like, no, you silly goose. He was like, no, I don't want you to do that. He was like, why would I want you to do something I wouldn't even want me to do? He was like, so you don't like putting on a helmet? No, but I have to, because it's just the right thing to do. He was like, once I pass, he said, my essence will be in the helmet of fate, but I want you to find somebody who's worthy of wearing it. Can you do that for me? He was like, so you want me to find somebody that's truly worth of being the next Dr. Fate? He was like, there you go. He was like, you may have your moments, but at the same time, I taught you to be quick-witted and smart. And then that's when Sukuna chuckled. And he was like, he was like, I only learn from the best. And you're the best. And then that's when he said, but in all seriousness, find somebody who's worthy of wearing this. And then that's when Sukuna was like, all right, I will take your words into consideration and, find somebody who is worthy of wearing it. And so, with that being said, they continue to watch they continue to fish as the moonlight, as the moon shines on them. And, Sukuna's just taking in times like this, which even though he calls Kent an old man, an old fart, and all this other stuff, is his way of showing his appreciation and, his love to Kent, as, he sees him as a dad, but, he doesn't show him that because he's really horrible at showing his feelings. And so, after that, they go back to their room, everything fades to black, and, Sukuna goes to sleep practicing his curse techniques and still trying to understand the true essence of cursed energy. And that's where I'm gonna leave this what if off right here. I know it's a little bit short, but I am tired as hell. I'm gonna be real. I am sleepy as fuck. The next part, when we do a part 3, I'm gonna be doing basically I'm gonna cover the whole battle with I'm gonna do the episode 5, which is Schooled in Young Justice, and episode 6, which brings Artemis in. And I'm gonna put a poll up to see which one y'all want Sukuna to be with. I'm gonna put all the girls in there. Obviously, I'm gonna keep some things canon, so Miss Martian is not gonna be a part of the ship, or the ship, basically the ship, or whatever you want Sukuna to be with, right? And so, yeah, I know it's a little short what if, but I still left some action in there for y'all. So, run this up like y'all did the first time. I wasn't expecting this shit to go crazy like it did before, but it seems like y'all really do enjoy this. And without any further ado, this is Redux What If signing off. I appreciate y'all for all the love and support and all the views and likes y'all be giving me. If we could have a like goal with 5 likes, bro, I'm gonna drop another hour special with the Sukuna. And no, I did not forget Daiwi Han, High School DxD, nor did I forget about Virgil Tatsumi or Gojo Jobless Reincarnation. I did not forget. I'm just pushing this one out because it's giving me the most results at the moment. But I hear all y'all cries. Y'all asked and y'all shall receive. I will give y'all what y'all want. Let me know also in the polls what I'm gonna just bring up a question poll, and y'all can just comment what if y'all want me to bring back. And I'll just do that so I can see, after I finish whatever series I finish first, then I could just go on from there to see which one y'all want me to finish, and I'm gonna finish. Because I already know y'all want me to finish Virgil Tatsumi, and I will definitely finish that because it's Virgil. It's basically Virgil and fucking Akame got killed. Who wouldn't want DMC Virgil? Especially his weapon, Yamamoto. I will have to play Bury the Light in that shit, bro. You know what? Let me not spoil my own what if, but y'all already know what y'all need to do, man. This is Redux What If signing off. Peace. Have a good day, and don't forget to watch the other videos that I have posted up. Without any further ado, this is Redux What If signing off.